Hello, everyone. It's yet another day on Tech the Unscripted, and I am here at the Merge, and I'm with one of the managers of Merge by name Connor Gast. Actually, this is the second Connor
Yeah,
I'm having a session with in the city of Iowa, in the beautiful city of Iowa. But anyways, I'll let Connor introduce himself
yeah.
better.
Thank you, Solomon. Appreciate it. Hi. My name is Connor Gast. I work for Greater Iowa City, which is the local Chamber of Commerce, Economic Business Development. And my specific role here is to manage the co-working facility. So, at Merge, we have about 10 office spaces down in the basement, along with co-working, conference room rentals if you'd like them. So, it's a really good place for collaboration, people to come in, work on their tech startups or their small businesses, and really fostering those relationships. So it's a great thing to be a part of. Yeah,
Amazing, amazing. So while I was walking through the door, I call it three C's.
yeah.
There's the merge, and
Mm-hmm.
then there is co-working, there is community,
Yeah,
and then there is collaboration.
yeah. I
What
love it.
does that mean to you as a manager of this place?
To me, that means I just dumb it down to the simplest thing is that's just building relationships with
Hmm.
people. I think the best way to foster community collaboration and co-working is to do just that: is build relationships, get in, start talking to people, and some people meet right in this living room that they will eventually start working together, build a startup or a small business together, or just even bounce ideas off each other. So that's the best way to really foster that collaboration is to just start talking to people, relationships, and that goes a really long way. And I'm just really happy to be a part of it. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah,
So before coming into, in your introduction, you made mention about local commerce and all
yeah,
of those, which
right.
is something I'm definitely interested in because
Hmm.
I've had interaction with some other global brands like the Africa Commerce of Digital Economy.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I know pretty much about the local economy space.
Right.
But let's talk about your background
Yeah,
before coming into being able to manage a
yeah.
space where you have people talk about bright ideas,
Hmm.
people share, amazing startup stories and
Hmm.
all. What were you doing and what led you to come into this
You
space?
know, for me, I kind of just tried a little bit of everything. I think for me, it wasn't the job; it was having a job, and I think you learn different things in every role that you have.
Hmm.
I started out, in the hospitality service
Oh,
industry.
wow.
So whether that was working in the back of the house in the kitchen, and then eventually moving up front and being able to talk to people as a server, bartender, all different types of personalities, I think that really helped me with my people skills and being able to just kind of adapt to ever changing the way people talk, the way different personalities. So I really think that has helped me. And then I helped open up a gym here
Hmm.
in the area. So I was doing some personal training, managing that gym as well. And I think that's a different type of membership space, but
Hmm.
it all adds value to you want to make your members happy. You want to create an environment that they want to come to every day and be their best. So that for me is really what kind of helped me was majorly was the hospitality
Hmm.
one, and then the two was just getting some being able to manage a space, what that looks like, and how to do that correctly. Well, I would say everybody's got their own way of doing it. There's
Hmm.
no correct way of doing it. Mine would just be, yeah, like I said, building those relationships with people, whether it's somebody coming into the gym to work out or somebody coming in to merge to co-work and collaborate.
I mean,
Yeah.
amazing to see how your work from hospitality
Mm.
transitioned into my.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's almost similar to in the
Yeah, very much
hospitality, you
so.
also offer services to
Yep.
people.
Yep.
In the co-working space, you
Yep.
also offer services to people. So, let's talk about people's perception about tech.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people out there might not really understand what a co-working space does,
Hmm.
and they might not really know how people come in here and
Right.
then enjoy the beautiful serenity you have in here.
I
So, do you
appreciate
want to
that.
talk through how people perceive this place, and then once they come in here,
Yeah.
it's like a place where people do not really have an idea, and then when
Hmm.
you come here, you
Yeah.
begin to see ideas
Absolutely.
popping in your head.
Yep.
Do you
Yep.
want to run us through
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. So, me personally, I didn't even know what Merge was before I started working. It was more of a, just trying to find a job, and I fell onto this, and then I learned what Merge actually was. And people pass by this every day, and it's something that, yeah, it's not the entire community knows about this spot, but once they do, so we call this the living room of Iowa City,
Mm.
and that's really what we try to foster is. Just walk in the door, see what it's like. It's really, we really try to make everybody welcome, and then really, again, and that really just builds the collaboration from there.
Yeah.
We want everybody to be involved. come up and ask questions, have a cup of coffee, start chatting with people. And then that, yeah, like you mentioned, the tech industry, we got guys in here that are doing really cool things within that space. And I'm just happy to be able to give them a space to do that in. So I would say, yeah, if you're wondering what a place is, whether it's co-working or any type of facility, just walk on in and hopefully have a good experience. And that's what we try to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely come over and
Yeah,
over and
I
over
appreciate
again.
that. Yeah.
All right. So let's say what does it take for me to run a co-working space? If I want to set up a co-working space, I want to build a community where people collaborate together, share their like minds idea together. What does it take, and what are those things I need to look out for before I set up a co-working space?
One, I would say you need to focus on a little programming within the space too. As far as Merge goes, yes, obviously it's a beautiful place for people to come in and work, but you still have to wrap some programming around it. So, for example, at Merge, what we do is we do 1 Million Cups, which is a local pitch platform for entrepreneurs and startups to come in and do a 5 to 10 minute pitch and get some good feedback from a grassroots community of people that come in every Wednesday at 9 a.m. and they want to give you good questions and ask things to make your business better. So that's part of the programming. And then another part that I focus on here at Merge is called the Business Resource Center. And that's where we have a cohort of about 20 or so mentors that will sit within the space, whether it's accounting, marketing, business coaching in general. And people can come in for free and get those services. So what I would say is, honestly, just be yourself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having authenticity and inviting people into your space, and then from there have a little programming. It doesn't need to be crazy amounts of programming. I would say be more hands off than anything. These are all adults in here working. They all know what they're doing, right? So I try to just welcome them, and then the programming is one thing, but welcoming people in the space and really just give them that sense of, okay, I'm in a spot where collaboration is wanted, it's needed, and just go from there.
I mean, beyond just owning the space, you need to also have activities, you need to do programs, and I love the idea about the 1 Million Cup as well as the whole mentorship session. So you are not just coming to share ideas with people, you're also coming to meet people who would mentor you, right? So talking about mentor, have you ever had a mentor before?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think any of us can do anything without a mentor. Whether that's, I'll be honest, my dad's a huge mentor of mine. And then obviously
big shout out to him.
Big shout out to dad. Yep. And same with my mom, my sister, everybody. Everybody in my family, that's your core mentorship. And then from there, I mean, when you're building your own professional experiences, you start to meet people that see something in you, believe in you, and that's where it kind of gives you the confidence to lean on those people and say, hey, am I doing this right? What could I be doing better? And then even I think it's okay to hear that you're doing good sometimes, because it's not often enough that a mentor, you think a mentor is somebody that's really trying to push you to do something, which is correct, but also sometimes it's nice to have somebody that says, hey, Connor, take a deep breath. You're doing a good job. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good things. So I think that's important too, not just hearing about what you can do to improve, but what you're doing right now that's good. So we all need mentors, right? I think that's the most important part of developing your own personal growth, is having somebody else that sees that in you to really inspire you to be better. So
amazing. You cannot overemphasize. So I was walking through your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
And one thing stood out for me: interpersonal relationship.
Yeah. Yep.
Why does that mean so much to you?
I think that's the foundation of the way I was raised, was to just build those interpersonal communications. And I'm going back to the hospitality industry too. I mean, that's a really crucial part of it. Part of one of my roles, right after college, was working at a really fancy country club up in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And building those interpersonal relationships with these members that really want value. They want to be seen. They want, they're paying good money for that. And just building those relationships, seeing them as just another regular individual. If they're not, you don't need to be afraid of them. It's more of a, hey, how can I help you? And let's start chatting. And then I just think those interpersonal relationships are just so important to the foundation of who I am. you can't get me to shut up. So
Yeah.
I love talking. I love building relationships.
I
And
agree.
think,
I totally agree.
yes. And then also, I got a bachelor in communication studies. So I studied, sounds kind of funny. I studied how to communicate more effectively, whether that's through print, media, or just interpersonally.
Yes.
So, and I think my favorite aspect of communication is that person to person. So yeah, that's me.
Man, the first time we met, there was just the connection. It just flew, right?
It's easy. Yeah.
Easy.
Yep.
So let's go back to Merge. Beyond just running a co-working space, a community,
Right.
where people collaborate, how I want to set up, right? But how do I make money out of it?
Well, that's something that's a tricky one, because co-working, it's not like you're going to be making millions of dollars off of it. It's more of, I would say, try to find some funding, whether that's through grants or things like that. Use your resources within the community. How can people say you need some furniture or a couch? Is anybody donating a couch? Lean on the people within your community, and get feedback from them as well. Like how can we make this space better? What would you like to see within this space? And then work with them to how to get that done. Like I said, it's not like you're going to be making a ton of money, but it's something that it's more of
a community impact.
Yes, you're in the business of helping people more than you're just really trying to foster that community. And I think that's a really unique part of a co-working space is everybody's coming to working on different things, but they're still finding a sense of community within that. So
absolutely.
I think it's very vital to any city, town, community. So yeah.
So talking about technology, because technology, AI, everything is taking over.
Big time.
So what do you think has been the role of technology in helping you people achieve your goal here at the Merge?
Me personally, like we mentioned, I am very person-to-person interaction.
Yes.
So AI has been tough for me. It's more of like I don't know if I love this, but parts of me do love it, and it is the future. And I think it's something that we all discuss every day about how it's evolving, how we're going to be using it in the next 2 years,
Absolutely.
not looking 10 years down the road. Could be 6 months. Because technology is evolving so quickly. So we're trying to figure out how to leverage that, whether that's through data or through, mostly data, to be honest with you. AI is really good at collecting that. And part of our role at Greater Iowa City is trying to figure out foot traffic within the area, what areas of Iowa City or Johnson County are being utilized the most, what areas are not, and how can we change that. So I mean, AI, it's going to be, it's already a part of our lives every day, and it's just going to continue to be that. But I would say look at it as a tool to help you, not something to fully lean on. That's my thing. Still need to talk to people like Solomon. You still need to be making connections. So I would say keep sight of AI. It's a great thing, but also stay in tune with your spirit and who you really are.
Absolutely.
So,
Stay in tune with your spirit and who you are.
Right.
Man, I cannot really appreciate you more than what
you're
doing,
awesome.
Right?
This guy's great. No, he really is. He's awesome.
So to the person listening to you now, what would you advise the person to leverage that will hold the person very well in the next 5 years?
I would say if you got something that makes you get out of bed every morning, I'm very simple that way. If you're passionate about something, makes you get out of bed every day, I say just do it and don't look back. Be authentic too. I think being yourself is the most key thing to anything. Is show your true self, show your authenticity, because really being yourself, that's what we look to do every day, and really just improve on your own self. I think if you got a business, if you got something you really want to do, go do it. And if you fail, who cares? Try again. There's always things out there to improve on, but doing the thing you like the most it's going to pay off in the long run.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And are you available for anyone who wants to contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. We can, we'll have Solomon share some of my info. Yeah. If anybody has any questions about anything, I'm not a guru by any means, but I'm happy to talk to anybody. And Solomon has been awesome. I would love to get over to Africa, Kenya, right?
Yeah.
I would love to get to Kenya.
I'm Nigeria.
Yep. And I think it's super valuable having the Mandela Washington Fellows come see us here in Iowa, and then we got to reciprocate that, right? We got to come over there and see how we can help the community there too. So very fortunate for this connection, and this is a great thing.
So if you'd love to see Connor in Nigeria, in Kenya, in South Africa, do it to like, share, and
there we go. Yeah,
to this channel, right? Man, it's been amazing
yeah.
having you.
Hey, you're great, man. Appreciate it.